Protecție timp de 24 de ore. Colgate Total. Protecție superioară pentru o gură sănătoasă.
Test. There we go. It's working. Right then, get your hat on back to front. Have a bit of a jaunty angle of mine. Welcome back to the podcast. This is the Christmas special, sponsored by me, and also Rob's salary, I guess.
Yes, indeed.
Sponsored by us. This deal.
Yeah.
I thought, like,
It's an extra.
if they made a version of that with a V12 engine in it, I mean, I wouldn't buy it.
There we go. It's working. Right
I
then,
would
get
be
your hat on
interested
back
in it in
front.
20 years' time when I can afford it. Welcome
And
back to the podcast.
rusting.
This is the Christmas special,
but there we go, yeah.
sponsored
Weird
by
year,
me.
bad year. Next year is
and
going
also,
to be better.
although I remember
Rob's salary, I guess.
some
Yes,
nice
indeed.
my agent were out for drinks last week or the week before last, actually, I'm not sure. And he said to me, he was like, don't worry, Scott, next year's going to be better. And I was like, Pete, we had this conversation last year and look what happened.
It's such a deja vu.
But things are on the up. It's going to be okay. Now, this isn't so much of a question, but I left this in here because I think it's an important one. And it's like, would you mind going for a coffee if I get a chance to be around your area?
I remember
I never go out for coffee with anybody. I don't know well. But
We've never been out for coffee.
we've never been out for coffee. We've been out for beers,
We've been out for beers.
and whiskies and various other things, but never for coffee. But the same with beers and coffee and stuff. Like, I get asked this a lot, like, oh, can we go for a drink? Can we go for a beer? Can we go for a coffee? Can I pick your brains? My answers are always a hard no. And the reason I've kept this in here is not because of my answer, but it's because I want to relate it to everybody else in a way that you can save a lot of time. If I go out for coffee with somebody, say for half an hour, that's an hour of my day with commute either side. That means I get home an hour later, which means I miss bedtime with the kids, which, like, there's a lot of things in there where you have to go, is going for this coffee worth what I lose? And most of the time it's no. And even for, I get invited to a lot of lunches that I say no to. Most photographers I meet waste so much of their working day going to things they've been invited to just because they're invited to it. Like, oh, I'm going to this event tonight. Why? Oh, so-and-so asked me to go. I'm like, great, what are you getting from it? Nothing. And I've got a deadline, but I'm going. Like, there's definitely a certain amount of freelancers just dicking about, I think. I don't know what you're...
Yeah, I mean, I tend to have one social a month that I attend for independent filmmakers, which is held down at the Phoenix Theatre on the last Tuesday of every month. So they've actually regimented that now, so it's easier for people to kind of arrange their diaries. And that's kind of how I make myself available for people, is that I will be at this every month.
Yeah.
If you want to chat to me, come holler.
Yeah, maybe that's what I should be doing. Like, have a thing like every month I will be here on this day. But at the same time, I think I'm putting out, 85-hour work weeks at the moment. So maybe not.
And again, you have a family to consider.
Yes, like, kids, dog. Where is the dog? I was on the sofa having a little power.
Having a power nap, bless him.
But yeah, so I think, to answer your question, no, but not because I don't want to. Like, given the choice, I'd go out of coffee with everybody all the time, but I'd get nothing done. And yeah, got to keep that going. But yeah, so next question, do you still cycle for fun, exercise, mental health, or play any music? I have not rode a bike since I learned to drive because it's too dangerous in this country. It didn't used to be. I used to